everybody, and welcome back to the Black and Bold podcast. You got Leslie here,
And Brits.
and today we're going to be talking about celebrities. We're going to be talking about the world's favorite people to talk about because it's all about the gossip, it's all about who's with who, it's all about what do they do now, can we cancel them, and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, today we're going to talk about the idolization of celebrities and their relationships in particular because, oh my days, the way, the way people are with these celebrities in their relationship, you think they don't
Yeah.
have parents at
They
home.
worship them
It's
literally.
crazy out here for real. But anyway, Brittany, you start us off
Mm,
because it's just a wild world we're living in.
yeah. Yeah. So the past few weeks, like we've been seeing a lot of celebrity relationships that people worshipped or whatever. And we've been seeing like their breakups and stuff like that. And there's just a lot of people on Twitter and social media in general that are like, oh no, I don't believe in love anymore. Or like, just there's no hope out there. And it's just crazy because, like, most of these people, your parents have been married for like 21 years. But you're looking at Sweetie and Quavo, who they're probably not even together for real love. Like
Yeah.
let's just call a spade because
No, for real. Yeah.
yeah, because like look at Sweetie, yeah. Like I know she's in her bag and obviously Quavo's in his bag too, but obviously when those people are getting together, they're not really thinking of love. They're also thinking of the benefits. Like
Yeah.
Burna Boy and Steph London, yeah. I personally don't think he cares about her at all. Like, and we've seen from him cheating as well. I think he's just with her for the benefits,
No, yeah.
because it kind of benefits him being with her. So yeah, a lot of people are just crazy. Like you care about all these celebrities, they don't even care about you. Their relationship is not.
It's
It's
not
just
real.
ain't
I
it.
can't lie.
Like
It's not real.
It's not a relationship. It's a benefit. Like.
Because I think when you think about celebrities as well, you have to think about when
Mm,
they're dating other celebrities, they're doing it because they have less of a chance of someone trying to reach for their fame if they're dating someone who wasn't a celebrity. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, so if they're dating someone who's
wait,
a
what do you mean?
celebrity, if they're dating someone
Mm-hmm.
who's a celebrity, they're more comfortable because they're like, okay, this person already knows the world of what a celebrity is like. They don't have to be like
Oh yeah.
teaching them. They don't have to look out for them in a specific way. They don't have to worry as much that this person's only with them for clout.
Mm,
Because if they've already
that's
got
true.
clout, it's like a P, or it's just a publicity for some people. The
It's yeah,
publicity stunt. We
publicity.
can talk
Yeah.
about we can talk about Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey. Like, that's just, and then everyone
Oh.
every day everyone's like, oh my gosh, look at them. He did this for her. Keep believing
Mm,
them. You keep believing them.
exactly.
Okay. Because it's just, you have to think about the life of a celebrity. It's always on camera. It's always being.
Yeah.
So if you got someone shiny, because we're not talking about bias now, you got someone shiny by your side,
Mm,
people will be looking at you, and if you look good, they'll talk about you. So that's
exactly.
a lot of these relationships are like that. If you fall in love, then that's a benefit. It's like
Yeah.
it's like the whole thing of Love Island. Like, a lot of them are going there to become famous. If you
True,
find
true,
love,
true.
it's a benefit. And I look at Tommy and Money May as an example. She's
Mm,
going in there to make herself. She's going there to grow.
mm.
She found love.
And Priscilla
And
and
Priscilla and Mike, yeah,
yeah,
and they found love. So
yeah,
the Love Island isn't like, oh, you're not going to find love. You're going for fame. If you find love, you benefit, because how many people
yeah,
have real relationships coming up from the show?
exactly. Yeah, like I don't know, I just think it's all crazy. And when you brought up Lori Harvey, yeah,
Yeah.
I just have to bring Breedy Lee into this conversation because people like her are the problem. And people like Derek
We'll
Jackson,
get to that. We'll get to
all
that. We'll
these
get to that.
no, but on Brittany Lee, yeah, she's contributing to this idolization because
Mhm.
um if you look at her videos, yeah, they're all about relationships. Okay, that's the first thing. They're all about relationships, blah blah blah. But then she also has case studies on celebrity relationships. Have you seen them?
No, but
She
it's
has
just like
like
all about
case studies.
how to get this type of man. But what?
Yeah.
Why?
It's
What?
like
Let him
it's like
come look for you.
exactly, but like she just I just don't like relationship gurus at all. I just don't like them
Mm,
because like they're so specific and they think their advice tailors to everyone. And majority, you know, Brittany Lee's not even a psychologist or anything like that. Because I saw I saw one of her Q&As. So I was like, does this girl did she
Yeah,
study
does she know what
some?
she's talking about?
So she was like, nope, I didn't take any course. I don't
She's like, I'm talking from experience. Believe
No,
me.
she didn't say that. She didn't say she saw, she just said no, she
This,
didn't
this
like
is
take,
what I
she didn't even
see.
say experience or nothing. So she's just giving her opinions, you know?
That's like me going, oh, I watch Criminal Minds, so
Mm,
I think I could tell you that this is the person who killed this person because
mm,
it just looks like it. Just because
exactly.
every Tom, Dick, and Harry is coming out to give their opinion, kind of thing. It's
Mm,
mad.
it's mad. But like she has case studies on like Ciara and Russell. And like please, I know their relationship it seems to be good, but we never know. But like
Mm.
why are you doing case studies? Like she fully analyzed the two of them and was like, yeah, Ciara did this, Ciara did that, Russell did this, Russell did that, and that's why they came together. But you can do all the Ciara does, you can do all that Russell does, but it doesn't mean you're gonna get this type of partner. Do you know what I'm saying? And
That's mad.
even like she did one on Lori Harvey and Michael Jordan as well. And I was like, of all the people, I'm not saying do case studies, but like, are you thinking properly though? Because these people, I don't know. Obviously, they might be in love, but there's a likelihood that they're not. So why are you taking popular people and all? Like, why are you giving case studies on other people's relationships? So
Yeah, it's a bit mad. It's a
it
bit mad.
doesn't make sense. It
I
actually
just
doesn't make sense. Like,
I just think it's so funny that like people put so much time and effort into it. Like when you look at
yeah.
her, hers is like she's not
Mm.
even a psychologist or whatever. But then there's a guy, I can't remember his name. His name is Anthony Padillo. I don't know. I've seen him on YouTube.
I don't know.
He's a dating coach. And so he
Yeah.
analyzes people's relationships. And it's like, that makes sense. You're an expert in this area.
Mm,
Your job is to give advice and all that stuff. So it makes sense. But then when you have someone
mm.
like Brini Lee saying it, no tea, no shade,
But
like
she is
for
she
real.
calls herself a relationship coach though, but she's not
Do you have any expert?
qualified or
But
anything.
how? Me too. I'll come and say I'm a relationship coach.
Relationship coach.
I've watched enough romance movies to know what. Like, let me tell you, I'm a relationship coach too. Sis, come on, let's
Mm,
start up our own business. Be relationship coaches together because at this point you don't
yeah,
need a degree. You don't need anything to prove that that's what you do. Do you know what I
not
mean?
gonna lie.
It's mad. But
Mad.
going back to one specific relationship, because guys, the reason we want to talk about this a lot is because when Kraft and Sasha ended
Mm,
things, the TL was in a bit of a
mm,
shambles. Obviously the same with Sweetie and Quavo, but
mm.
Kraft and Sasha, people were going mad. So basically, I screenshot two tweets because I just thought it
Yeah.
was. I actually had to, and I made sure I kept them for this episode because I said people have time. So there's one that is like someone is saying, someone said your man is cheating on you vigorously, yet Sasha and Kraft is the reason all hope is lost.
Oh, people don't have sense. People don't have
It's
sense.
look at you. You don't want to know. It's the thing is, people want to turn like they're like, oh, I don't believe in love because they already knew their relationship was a failed, and they were just
Exactly.
going back to it, and they're like, oh, it's okay, like being blind to it. But
Mm,
the moment what you're looking to and idolizing crumbles, then you're like, but look at your parents. Why are you not looking at your parents? It's just
mm.
it's weird. And then there's another one that says, someone said, why do bare relationships break up after having a baby? I don't get it. And someone goes, babies, like someone in reply goes, babies are bad vibes. Time to have this discussion. So
What?
basically,
Hardly.
they're blaming Nala for the breakup.
What?
Can you imagine? That's why some people
Okay.
are mad. The people
Makes
of
no
this
sense.
society are mad, and I don't know how else to say it. Like they're mad because what would bring you to the conclusion that oh yeah they broke up because of the child? What?
That makes no sense.
Doesn't the child normally bring you together? If things are good, doesn't the child normally make everyone a lot happier too? Like not if you're like things are bad and you have a child on
Yeah.
Tuesday. Like if things are already good and then you have a child, shouldn't
Mm.
that mean things are going even higher? Going
Better. Yeah. I don't know. Like
The
The people
theory.
say that are clearly not mature because how is a baby bad vibes? You were a baby. Like when you came into your parents' life, when they looking at you and saying this baby's bad vibes. Like now I don't know why people break up after babies. I think maybe like one of the reasons might be they like you know the way a baby's more commitment and all that. So
Mhm.
maybe
Oh, they
they
weren't ready for
weren't
that
really
commitment.
yeah, maybe they're not
Yeah.
ready for that commitment. But I don't know about that couple, but I think he didn't cheat though. Apparently he didn't cheat. They just said they were meant to be friends or something,
Mm.
isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
them
yeah,
yeah. Like I don't
yeah.
get why people always quickly assume that the guy cheats. Like I know there are a lot of them cheating, but that doesn't mean every time a relationship ends that the guy cheated. So just take their word for it. But I don't get that whole I think we're meant to be friends because
Why?
how are
Why did
you
you
to
date in the first place? No, actually, no, no, no.
exactly
I do get it. I do get it because it's like,
I don't get
oh,
it.
date. Like it's like you want to date your friend. Like the person
Mm,
that you date, you want to be friends with them. So it makes sense. Sometimes it's not gonna work out that you're not meant to be, but a lot of the time it's like date your best friend, date someone you want to be your boyfriend or girlfriend, but also your best friend. So I actually know that that does make sense to me. But I wanted to quickly before I
oh.
explain this again
Mm-hmm.
revert back to you just said something that I'm forgetting. You were just talking about Kraft and Sasha. What did you say? I was gonna you talked
Mm-hmm.
about cheating.
Yeah, yeah.
Um People are like, oh, men cheat all the time. A lot of men cheat, as you know,
Yeah.
Derek
A
Jackson has
lot.
shown us. But I
I'm not
wanted to
surprised.
say not every man cheats, and I'm not out here being like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's okay. Like, not every man cheats. There are good guys out there, but
Yeah. There are
it's
men who
not
can
an
keep it in their
excuse.
pants.
It's not an excuse for every girl to be like, no, all men cheat. No, don't say that. Don't go in with
It's
that
the men you
mentality.
go for that cheat.
Exactly.
It's the men you go
I
for.
say probably like the thing is cheating has become so normalized in this society. Like
Yeah.
not normalized, tolerated, and I don't like that. I
Mm-hmm.
really don't like it because I had this
Mm-hmm.
conversation with someone the other day, and I said, "Look, I don't care. I don't give a heck. You cheat, I'm gone. My heart is too fragile for me to stay and be like, oh, it's okay because I don't trust you. Why would I? Why would
Mm-hmm.
I put stress on myself when I already don't trust you? It's finito, finito. We've said this
Mm-hmm.
before. We're not taking back.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Mm-hmm.
God be with me because I don't want this to come back at me. I don't want this to come back at me. One day it's like that happens and I take him back and people are like, so is this you? No, because those tweets are terrible. That's not happening to me.
mm.
No, not happening.
No, for me, yeah. For me, like with cheating, like in a relationship or engagement, like that's I'm gone. Like I don't really care. Like in that circumstance, I'm gone. But in a marriage, I'm not sure. Like I don't really want to say no or yes because for me, like there's different types of cheating, first of all. So there's emotional and there's physical cheating as well. Guy, listen, this is my
I'm
opinion,
listening.
okay?
No,
I
I don't mean. I'm not saying anything bad about what you think. Because once you
okay.
said marriage, I was like, that's where it's difficult. That's like I
Yeah.
get what you mean.
Yeah, no, with marriage is difficult, but like for me, I don't really want to say, oh yeah, I'll stay or I'll go because I don't know. I'm not in this. I haven't been in this situation. I don't want to be in the situation though. But like, it's a thing where it depends on the circumstance and it just depends on the type of cheating as well. Like, there's a lot that goes into it. But I would say after once, I don't. I'm gone. Like I'm gone after one time. But I don't know. Yes or no in a marriage. I'm not really sure to be honest. Like I don't really
I
know.
just don't trust you anymore. Even if it's in a marriage, I just don't trust you anymore. What kind of marriage is that? I don't trust
Mm.
you.
It's
I just
hard to
it's so
trust, but
hard. It's so hard
yeah.
because marriage is like you're tied, you're held. But it's like you couldn't keep it in your pants. Why are you giving me such a hard time? Do you know what I
But
mean?
there's different types of cheating
Yeah,
though.
I
It's not.
know, but I
Yeah.
know. And the thing is, right, a lot of the time people be like, oh, physical cheating is horrible. But me, in my opinion,
Yeah. That one's horrible.
emotional cheating is actually the worst to me. Because physical cheating is
Really.
you couldn't keep in your pants. That's lack of self-control. Emotional cheating is you actually grew to
A
fall in love with
bond.
somebody else.
Yeah.
And that the thing is,
That's
right,
scary too.
when it's physical cheating, it's not
Mm-hmm.
that you're not enough. It's just that they want more. It's not even like you're not enough in the sense that you as a person weren't good enough. It's that they just
Mm,
wanted more that you didn't want to give. Whereas the emotional, it's like you could give them, but they didn't want that. They're just like,
mm,
oh, I'm going to look for I'm going to attach myself emotionally with my heart to
yeah.
someone else because you
Mm,
weren't enough. I didn't want that from you. I couldn't get it from you. So to me,
mm,
because I'm such a romantic as well, emotional
mm.
cheating, it would take too long. Like my heart is broken. I was swallowing in the hole like this and be like, I'm so sad because
You won't. Don't
I
say that.
if
Wait,
somebody breaks Brittany, somebody breaks my heart, my fragile heart.
but you haven't had like you haven't experienced it. So
Look,
like
I've experienced pain before, so if I
no,
know,
but not this kind of pain. So how do you know?
not to
And you
that
can do all
extent.
things through Christ.
Yeah, man. No, but like not to that extent. To some extent, I
Yeah.
have, and so that's why I know how I felt those during those times.
Mm,
So if that was to happen in that sense, I'm gone. I'm sorry. Bring me
mm.
tissue. Bring me ice cream. Bring me. I don't know. Bring me somebody that can make me happy because honestly, the thing is though, like self love and healing, all that takes time after, which is great. But in
Yeah.
that moment in time, everybody leave me alone. That's all I can say.
Mm. Ah,
Because cheating.
okay. No,
So
for
this
me,
is
yeah.
a message.
Hmm?
Don't break my heart. That's if you're listening to
Don't
this.
break her heart,
Don't break
guys.
my
If
heart.
you're
Don't break
here now, don't
anybody's
break
heart.
Leslie's heart.
Don't break anybody's heart. But just don't break my heart.
No, but like emotional cheating, both of them are painful because
Hmm.
with physical cheating,
Yeah.
especially if you're someone that already has insecurities, you're kind of like, oh, so you're not even like attractive enough. You're not enough for your
Exactly.
man and stuff like that. Like,
And because we're waiting
and
for marriage, imagine, think about that. Because I think that
yeah,
play a big factor into someone like us. Because it's like we're waiting for marriage, and he'll say he'll wait for marriage, but he can't control himself, even though he's
no, no.
trying.
If we're waiting till marriage and you cheat, I'm gone. Like, I'm not staying
No, but
with
like, what
you.
if it's someone who didn't, like someone who's already had sex before you, but they're like they really want to be with you, so they'll wait till marriage, and what they slip up, or it's like they can't control themselves, so they
You
go
mean
and
they cheat while we're
yeah,
waiting?
yeah,
Then I'm gone. It's not a
okay,
marriage. I'm still going. Like, that's why I said anything that's not marriage, I'm gone because
yeah,
I don't need to stay. You
yeah,
cheating in the waiting period shows me that
yeah,
okay, you're definitely gonna cheat in marriage.
yeah.
So, but like with emotional cheating, that's also painful too. Because with me, I don't really give my heart out like that. Like,
Like me,
and it takes a lot for me to bond with someone. So if you build a bond outside that covenant, it's it's painful. Like both are painful, but I think with emotional cheating, it can be resolved though. It's just it would take time, and you'd probably need a third party,
no, I
as in
can't.
like a counselor or someone else to help you rebuild the bond. But I do, yeah, it's painful. I won't lie. I don't blame people who leave, people who stay. Like
So
I
you
just
could
think
possibly stay. Is what you're saying? You could possibly
hmm,
stay. You could
for
possibly stay.
emotional,
Yeah,
I don't. That's the thing. I don't know because I'm not in the situation.
yeah.
So that's why I don't have an answer like
Hmm.
that. Because I could say, yeah, I could say right now, no, I'm leaving. And then in the moment, like in the time I'm in it, I might be like, no, actually, I think we can get through this. So I don't really want to be too
Hmm.
adamant on one side. So
In
I
my
don't
head,
know
in
in a
my head,
marriage,
it's like, how do we get through it? You fell in love with
especially if
somebody
there's
else.
kids.
Oh yeah, well,
Mm,
that's different. But
especially if there's kids,
it's
yeah.
like, but like
But,
you took the time to fall in love with someone else. How do you get through that? Like, how do we as a couple get through that? You took the
I
time.
think you can. Like, it's
But
not
how?
impossible. Like,
You
loads of
fell in love
people.
with someone else while I'm still in love with you. I'm sitting here like one moo.
Yeah, but it's not like it's impossible. There's loads of people who have been through it and overcame. So, like, I hate to break it to people, but marriage relationships are not
Oh
all
yeah,
rosy.
obviously, obviously.
There's gonna be tough times, and you don't really know. Sometimes this may be something you need to get through. I'm not saying you have to, but sometimes it's that. And it's a thing where people who get through these things, and I mean the people who cheated once and they generally don't do it again. These people they get through and the relationship gets stronger. But that's why I think you need God in every relationship.
But
But
how do you know it's
if
gonna
you
be only once? That's the thing.
yeah,
How
you
do you?
have to trust God. That's the point. Like that's what I'm saying. I can't say yes or no
Yeah.
because it depends on the circumstance. So like I think God will show to you the more you seek him, he will show to you if this is a relationship that you can stay in and like if you can trust this person again. But
Mm.
don't get me wrong, obviously it takes it takes time, and it's hard to rebuild. But I just think whatever people want to do, they should do. But if it's a thing where this person's repeatedly cheating and you're staying, what are you doing? Like, why are you still there?
That
Why?
reminds me of
Especially
something.
if it's not marriage, like. But
That
I
reminds
don't
me of
I don't
something.
get repeated cheating, and I don't know why people stay. Honestly,
Do you know, right? And this is going back to celebrity relationships because everything is on the internet. When you're a celebrity, when you're in
yeah.
the spotlight, you can see everything. So there's one footballer. I won't into details because you probably don't know him. One footballer. He's been with his girlfriend 10 years. This story actually hurts me because
I feel
before
like I want to say his name.
do you know
Should
who
I
it
say
is?
his name? Can I say it?
Yeah. Do you
Is
know?
it Wayne Rooney?
Oh
No.
no 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 no
Oh.
no no no. That's what I was like, I highly doubt you know who it is.
Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
Basically, he has been with his girlfriend 10 years. For the
Mm,
majority of the relationship, people didn't know he had a girlfriend. And it's not because
yeah.
they were both keeping it private. He just wanted to
Mm.
hide that he had a girlfriend because I maybe it's because he's ashamed of her or whatever. Because maybe she's not his type. Because apparently he likes like dark women, black women, people who look like Rihanna, but his girlfriend's white. So apparently it's like a case where he's doing it because of his family. They want him to be a white person, right? But this girl has constantly been cheated on. Like it's constant. It's in the news. Like it's actually embarrassing. This might give it away for some people if they know football. A picture was leaked of him and a prostitute.
Who is
On
it?
Twitter. Jack Grealish, right? Picture was
Oh, I
leaked.
never heard of him.
A picture was leaked of him and a prostitute on a night, right? And this at this stage,
Wow.
I didn't even know he had a girlfriend. But he's been
Mm.
with this girl for 10 years. He cheats on her.
I don't.
There's so much evidence of him DMing other girls, meeting up with other girls, sleeping with other girls. And everybody
Mm.
knows this. But she stays. She'll stay
Wow.
home, cook him dinner. You know he's come home late, but he's
Mm.
out here cheating with big like Brittany. If this is you know how they have serial
Whew.
killers. This guy's a serial
Mm.
cheater. And he doesn't care. And she doesn't. I don't know if she doesn't care, but like it actually like at
Mm.
first I used to be like, sis, like come on, like people laugh at her and people are always like all stuff. But like it's actually like at this point, like I'm actually like, you need to leave. This is not
Yeah.
good for you. Like that's so bad.
But I
Everybody
feel like.
in the
Mm?
news, they're
Sorry.
like, oh, this guy's in his DM, in her DM. It's
Mm-hmm.
on the news. The Daily Mail is talking about your man sliding into these people's DMs, sleeping with this
Yeah.
person, and you will stay. Some people don't know you're his girlfriend, but for the people that do
Mm.
know, it's
I feel like in that situation, like, okay, this reminds me of Davido and Chioma. Yes, we're going to
mm,
talk about them
mhm.
because he's a footballer, yeah. A lot of these celebrities that cheat, the women, yeah, when they're serial cheaters, the women don't leave as quickly. I think it's
Yeah.
because of the money. I genuinely think it's the money because I can get once and you stay okay, twice maybe. But if they keep doing it over this long period of time and you're still there, I think the money is involved because there's
Brittany,
no woman who. Hmm?
I got a bad boy piece of information to add in here
What?
because I do my research. This woman doesn't even get money like that. This guy makes
Huh?
so much money. Right? I think he's like on 130K a week.
Mm.
She doesn't she apparently from what I've been reading, the research I've been doing, she does not get money like that. Other guys are getting their girls nice cars. This girl does not get stuff like that. She's been in this
But
relationship
maybe she's hoping she will by
after 10
staying.
years. 10 Brittany, this is 10 years though.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying maybe she's still there
Probably
because she
delusional
thinks
though.
maybe eventually she'll get money. And
Eventually
with
he'll stop cheating.
divorce,
Eventually he'll stop cheating. Eventually she'll get money.
because with divorce, like I don't know if these people do prenups and all of that,
Mhm.
but with divorce, I think as well, the
Yeah,
longer you're in the relationship, also if there's no prenup or whatever, it also can determine like how
yeah,
much money
obviously.
you can get and benefit. So I still think it could be the money. Because
I
like
also think she
the
wants
video.
clout. She wants clout, but
Clout as well,
he's not
yeah.
getting it though. That's the problem. He doesn't
Mm.
allow her. He posted her. I don't know when it was. Reposted her picture, posted her. 12 minutes later, 12 minutes later, he took it down. He doesn't want people knowing that he has a
What?
girlfriend. It's
Wait,
embarrassing. Please, for her own
that's
sake,
so
you need to
embarrassing.
leave. It actually
And,
hurts
and
you at this point. You need to leave. Your own mental health. This one is bondage. Oh, Nigerian people, African people say this is bondage because what kind of thing is
wait,
going on?
Nigerian people say this is bondage.
No, like African people will be like in a situation
Oh yeah, they
like
will call this bondage.
bondage.
Yeah. Oh, I was about to say something, but what's it called?
What were you meant
It
to
could
say?
be. No, I'll say it in a minute. There's
Okay.
low self-esteem. I also think that's
Mhm.
why some women too, they don't have, like,
Agreed.
they don't think highly of themselves.
Yeah.
But African people too, like, if we look at Davido and Chioma, I think money is an aspect,
Mhm.
but I know she was with Davido before before everyone knew him. Like, no one literally knew this guy when she knew him. So, and I also think in African culture, like, women, they always feel like they have to stay, even if their husband is cheating a million times, they're staying, and they say, "Oh, it's because of the children," or because they see marriage as a status or something, like, and it's kind of ridiculous because you're being you're taking, like, they're taking the mick. They're actually taking the mick. Like, I know some of these uncles be cheating with little girls the same age as their daughters, and I know the wives, and it's
They
embarrassing because
know.
I'm
They
like,
know.
your husband has been cheating for 10 years. How? I don't get how you can still function properly, like, not even function properly, but I'm just like, how do you is it a thing where the pain is numbed because you're so used to it? Because I personally, I can't imagine it. Like, it's actually crazy because, like, I hate when people use the Bible and say, oh yeah, a woman should stay with her husband. Did you not see it says in Corinthians that you can leave on the grounds of adultery as well? That's one of the grounds you can divorce. So I don't think I think people should stop saying, oh yeah, it's religion. It's not.
It's not.
You're settling, or you want money, or you have low self-esteem. It's either of those.
It's
So
crazy. I just want to go back to celebrities and relationships again.
yeah,
Um, I wanted to say what's mad is obviously the way people look at celebrity relationships. What
yeah,
they see in the celebrity relationships, they want to bring it into their own relationships. So if you're
yeah,
seeing Sweetie get a Birkin from Quavo, then you two are gonna be like to your man, okay, but where's my Birkin? You're gonna be like, I don't want a man who can't afford a Birkin. BW Birkins and all that. I just gotta say, but
they're ugly. Sorry, I
that's
I
for
just
real.
think they're
Like
ugly.
that's it. That's truth. But like, oh, I need a man who can afford this. Okay, no, wait,
Mm,
actually, I need to rethink about what I'm gonna say because in the past I have said this, but it was jokes. It wasn't like serious. But it's like the way the standards they see in those relationships, people who are celebrities, people who have that money, they're like, oh, I have to have that too, and that's why people spend so much money on grand gestures and all that. And actually, on TikTok, there's
mm,
this guy, this sweetheart, bless his heart. I think his name is Finn, and he basically rants about like emotions and love and all these different things about how society has, affected them. And what he said
yeah,
recently was grand gestures of love aren't great. Like they're not great. Like you can't do a grand gesture of love every day unless you're Kim Kardashian who has 100 millions, you hella money, like all that. Because if you're not and
mm,
you're like us and you're regular people, what you want is the little things that matter. The good morning text, the good night text, the I don't know, going on little cute dates, just stuff that we can afford that is not
yeah,
like you can still go on dates and have fun and not spend hella money. Just because
yeah,
Saweetie and Quavo are doing it, he's flying her out here and here. It doesn't mean your guy needs to fly you out here and here too. Like we
mm,
don't need to be setting a benchmark for that because how realistic is that for us to attain? Like I'm not trying to
mm,
spend 500 euro on for Valentine's Day for my man just because someone else was doing something like that. I don't care. I will get him what I think he'll like, what I can afford. I'm not gonna break the bank for it. I'll save
mm,
up for it if I think it's something expensive and I think he'll like it. But I'm not gonna be like, boom, just because it's Valentine's Day, I'm gonna get you that. Do you know what I mean? And it doesn't have to
mm,
be just Valentine's Day. It could be certain different times of the year. Just at a
Yeah.
random moment. Do you know how nice that is? Like then when you least expect it and you receive a gift, a nice,
Yeah, I love that.
it's
Surprises.
just a
So
random
nice.
Thursday in the middle of the week. You're like, oh my gosh, what? Like seriously? Because
Mm.
that's like they're thinking of you, and it's like they really appreciate you. Whereas it's Valentine's Day, it's like, oh, everyone's doing their thing. Oh, okay, I need to think. Valentine's Day, what can I get her? The most expensive thing I can think of. Do you know what I mean? There's less thought
Yeah.
is put into that, and it's not as special. Just because the celebrities are doing it doesn't mean we have to do it. We're different.
Yeah. People don't need to look to Saweetie and Quavo for what to do in their relationships. Like, especially with all these big gestures, like you said. Because yeah, I was listening to Where's Your Head At pod the other day, and something they said actually stuck with me. Yeah. So they said a lot of the guys, and this isn't really just celebrities because they can afford these things anyway. But he said, or one of the guys said, a lot of guys that do all these grand gestures and all that, they're the ones that are cheating.
Oh,
Because
100,
like
100.
majority, because they're trying to like distract you and make you think, oh, they're the best and all of that stuff. So yeah, I don't think it's right for people to look to these type of gestures. And with Diara and Ken, yeah, I know this was ages ago, but did you remember how they got engaged? Like their engagement pictures and all that. That was big. Like the whole thing was massive. But look now, he cheated. But I don't know if they're still together.
They
Do you
are.
know? Oh,
They
they're
are.
still together.
Yeah, they
Oh,
are.
I don't hear. They're probably low key now because I don't hear anything about them.
Yeah, they are. They are. I think that's apparently the second time he cheated. So you gotta be low key. You're
Right.
taking them back 2 times, so you gotta be low key. You can't be like, oh my man, because he cheated on you. So when you show him off, people like,
Mm,
sis, he was in my DMs.
wow.
That's what you
Wait,
get.
but
Well, not that's what you
does he
get, but
have money like that though? I
I
know
don't
they have.
know. I just
But
know
I don't think.
like they became famous together because of their channel.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
Oh,
I really don't
it's
know.
probably a
I
ride or die
haven't.
mentality.
I haven't watched their videos in a while, so I actually wouldn't know. But
Oh,
I remember I used to be like, "Oh my gosh, they
wow.
were so cute. They were so cute." But yeah, look, guys, we're basically just telling you don't idolize these relationships because
Yeah.
look at your parents. But the thing is, some people can't really look at their parents because
Yeah.
it's not the same.
Exactly.
Look, just you make the relationship that you want to have. Also, just
Exactly.
think because of what like society is like, it's because of what we see other people put on Instagram. Like you're
Mm,
only seeing the good parts. People aren't posting the bad parts, so you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, you have to be like this, has to be like this. Whereas they're just not showing you the bad parts. You don't know that there are bad parts, but there are. They just don't need to show
mm,
that to you. That's their private business. So
exactly.
be realistic when you're entering relationships.
Yeah. Like just have things you tolerate, things you won't. Like just have those like necessary standards. But I just want to quickly say we did say we would come back to Derek Jackson. And I know by the
Mm,
time this episode is out, it would have been like a while since the
who
whole thing
cares?
happened.
We're telling the
But
truth here.
listen, that is just the prime example of why you don't listen to all these relationship gurus. You're giving advice, you're telling women the type of men to stay away from, you're telling women red flags in a man. Yeah, you are the red flag. You are the men women should avoid and your wife should avoid. But like, this is the thing with a lot of black women. This ride or die mentality is killing my people. It's
For
really
real.
killing my people, oh, because not just the wife. I just think it's a toxic relationship. So I don't really want to say anything about that. But the black women who still want a relationship like this, who still want a man like this, just because he's fine, he's tall, dark, handsome, all of that stuff. Like, we really need to level up because if anything, since 2020, we've really seen a lot of people get exposed,
For
especially all
real.
these relationships that people idolize. We've seen them all be exposed for cheating, abuse, different things. So, if anything, this should be a lesson to us to just not idolize relationships. Like,
Hmm.
don't
And
idolize anything, but just don't look at other people's relationships.
and when you talk about black women, I think it's important to say because I hear all the time people like black women ride or die for black men all the time, even though
Mm,
this one did them dirty. Da, 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 da. Women, do what's best for you.
yeah,
It doesn't matter what he looks like. It doesn't matter if he can't
it
speak
does.
Igbo.
Wait, what do you mean? It doesn't matter how he looks.
It doesn't matter if he's black, if he's Asian, if he's
Oh,
white. It
okay,
doesn't
yeah.
matter. Like,
Okay, okay.
teach him the Igbo if you have to. He comes start speaking Igbo if he has to. That's what you're looking for. But don't settle just because you have this in mind. Get the man
Yeah.
of your dreams is the man who wants to do good for you. It doesn't matter what he looks
Yeah.
like. So don't settle. Don't allow
Mm,
that. Because if
mm-hmm.
you allow it once, you continuously allow it, and you'll be like, "Oh, why am I
Yeah.
choosing bad man?" And well, sis, you have a very limited range of what you allow. What do you expect?
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, there's really nothing else we can add to that. So we're just gonna end it here.
Just keep your
Thank
eyes
you so
open.
much for tuning into this episode. Make sure you check out our content on Instagram, Black and Bold Podcast. And if you're not watching this on YouTube, check out our YouTube Black and Bold Podcast as well. TikTok, Black and Bold Pod. We hope this was a good episode and you've really enjoyed it. So thank you once again for tuning in. We really appreciate all the supporters, all the fans, all the listeners, everything you do. We're so, so grateful. So, yeah, without further ado, we will see you next Friday at 7 with another episode. Peace out.